Here we go.
What is up, everybody? And unfortunately, after the end of Sonic Prime Season 3, a lot of the fan base have been really targeting Ian Flynn, who's just a consultant, by the way. He had no involvement in the writing of the show. In fact, here's his original tweet right here. Howdy, folks. I said that I didn't want to talk about Prime's emplacement until it was done. If you've seen the ending, then spoilers. It doesn't matter because Prime wipes itself out. It's sometime after Advance 3, but otherwise it's moot. I don't want anyone to sour on the show's expectations or investment by spoiling how Prime resolves around that. Yeah, so apparently Ian Flynn, he's just basically stating that, he really had no involvement in the show. He was just nothing more than a consultant. Yet you have the fan base, really vindicating him. They're calling him every name in the book at a point where he's actually getting death threats. Like, the fans are really taking it one step further. Like, Flynn is being treated nothing more than a sacrificial lamb. All because of Sonic Prime Season 3. Like, just because he wrote this tweet, like, damn, I had never seen the fans act this batshit crazy before. Now, for Ian Flynn, when he made that second tweet right there, he's basically admitting he was wrong. Obviously, because he was getting so much negativity, so he obviously wanted to change the narrative. So he basically admitted he was wrong without actually saying it. He's just basically a consultant. I do not have all the answers. I'm not the guy. Really?
I would say that, like you suggested earlier, fan art is a good way to do it because that is not tangible, but it's a easily identifiable marker of interest. And to engage with the social media team via Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and whatnot, because the more you produce, the more metrics they have to utilize. If they can point to a solid 500 tweets of, Rally for Sally showing some incarnation of her with Sonic, they can go to the higher ups and keep in mind that, Sally is contending with the main cast for attention. I mean, when was the last time we saw Blaze in anything beyond the comics? But the more keep it up, basically, is show your passion, show your devotion to it in a respectful and measured fashion, and just keep it up so that when someone like me or one of the other folks at Sega who would like to see the Freedom Fighters in total return, we can pull from data itself and not just say, oh, I heard on the internet that people want her back. That means nothing. But if you have quantifiable amounts, hashtags that have a certain degree of following or trending, that gives more credence to, look, this is something that people want.
Really? But then you don't have a problem spewing a lot of crap on your podcast, shoving the Sally Acorn narrative down everybody's throat, as the clips that I'm showing right here. What do you explain this? You're not the guy, but yet you keep pushing for the Sad AM characters to return. You're not the guy, but apparently you are the guy. You're the guy who wants to push the Freedom Fighters narrative, but yet you don't want to push the regular narrative that apparently we all enjoy right now. And you know what I'm talking about. His real true motives, let's be real here. He wants to bring the Freedom Fighters back. He always keeps pushing for them on his podcast. Even in one podcast, he actually wrote the name Sad AM just to get a cheap reaction, just to get cheap views, just so he could get people's hopes up. But let's be real. The Freedom Fighters are never coming back, especially with the new regime I told you that's coming to Sega of America and Europe. You honestly think the new president's going to care what you guys think? No. He's a Sega of Japan worker. He got promoted. Now they got someone to be there full-time on the American and European branch. Sega of Japan now has a stranglehold on all three branches. So that a Sally Acorn situation that happened in the 1990s never happens ever again. You're towing the company line. You do what Sega of Japan asks you to do. If you can't follow those guidelines, you're going to be let go. For Ian Flynn, I mean, just, act professional. That's all you got to do. Just smile, give your formulaic answers, and that's it. Be grateful you even have a job. But instead, you're just passing your own false narrative here and there, about, the Sally Acorn's going to return, or the Freedom Fighters can return if we push for it. It's not going to happen. With this new upcoming regime coming, it's over. You lost. Give it up. It's checkmate. if you keep this nonsense up, you're going to be let go of Sega and completely blacklisted from the industry. You're going to be no better off than Ken Panders. In fact, a lot of fans already hate you so much, they think you might be even worse than Panders. The only difference is, you know, you didn't have to ruin a game franchise and kill off an entire comic book series for that. Flynn, on the other hand, your writing is mid at best, but overall, it's just the way it is. You know, and I think we need change. That's all I'm saying. Ian Flynn is a liability. Go look at his podcast. The man's not really committed to the narrative the Sega of Japan wants. Again, why keep him there? That's all I'm saying right there. Why even keep him if he's not committed to this? If it's Sally Acorn and the Freedom Fighters, then go join Team Season then and leave. Simple as that. That's all I have to say about this whole situation. Everybody, let me know what y'all think, and I gotta go. Have a good day.